Hello, my fellow nearly successful Da Vinci inventions. I'm Mr. Church. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the new Queen of Fasnacht bundle, and we'll also look at the Fasnacht bundle and the Fasnacht Animal bundle. I'll take a peek at some of these greatest hits and the atomic sales, and we'll screech and moan, and things will be fine. Oh yeah, and also this is a big lie, big fat juicy lie. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy what they have to offer us today. Now, the Queen of Fasnacht bundle, of course, has the Helvetian cabinet display case, the Action Abe plushie, the Queen player title suffix, Rustic Helvetian camp kit, Swiss flag, Ghoul Boy Fasnacht mask, Scorchbeast Queen Power Armor helmet, Ghoul Girl Fubnub mask. Wow, these are great. It's hard to really put into words what it is that we're feeling right now. This is how they're going to sell us the Helvetian camp kit with this photograph that they took. Now, if you look in here, there's actually this image, and that actually shows you, this actually doesn't include all of the pieces that come with the set, because there's also walls that don't have windows, and I think there's a third one of these that doesn't have windows. But the idea here is you can see almost all of the pieces that come in this kit with this image. Not all of them, but most of them. And instead they decided, you know what, let's have this one be the picture. Why? Because it's the first one. There's this, which I'll be honest with you, yikes. You know what I mean? They also built it, wow, you know, because my house is also in the road. Now the Queen of Fasnacht bundle, this is actually, has some cool stuff in it, in my opinion. First of all, we have the Queen suffix. Now to equip this, of course, you go into your Pip-Boy, go into status, and all the way over you see prefix, suffix. You can put it on in there. When you're on a team, it'll just be displayed on your team next to your name, and then when you're walking around in the world, it'll be displayed above your head for other people to see that you're a queen. We also, of course, have this Ghoul Boy mask, which I'm going to be honest with you, I really like this, and I'm going to be wearing it quite a bit. I don't really like the Vault Girl one as much because something is wrong with it. She has no neck, and neither does Vault Boy, but Vault Boy has a rounder head, so it doesn't look as weird. But when you have like a really long and, you know, gaunt cheekboned face, and you don't have a neck, you just look like the Scream or something. I don't know. Something's wrong. I don't like it. Now over here we have the Action Abe plushie. Now, everyone knows that Abraham Lincoln was known for carrying around King Arthur's sword. Now, he actually went into battle in the Civil War with this sword. He fought on the front lines with it. What a valiant man. That's actually where he lost his nose. As you can see, it got cut off. I don't know why he has a fucking sword, okay? Just get off my back about it. Now we have this Helvetian display. This is an older item that I already owned, and it's not actually bad looking. I like the details on it. I like how it's a little dirty. I like when they have like this kind of moldiness to it. You can put Fasnacht masks on it, and you can also put other stuff on it as well. They might not fit as well depending on which mask it is. And for those wondering, this is the Moonshine Mama mask. It was in the item shop years ago, and I've never seen it again. Now, the middle shelf, and maybe the other shelves too, everything floats by a tiny, tiny bit, and you can see it if you're at eye level with it, but it's really hard to see it otherwise. So keep that in mind if you want to purchase it. Now, it is, like I said, hard to see it. So most people aren't going to notice that, but, you know, it's one of those things that you can't unsee, so you're welcome. Speaking of learning their lessons, this is the Swiss flag. Now, it was, as you can see, way too much starch. Way too much starch. It's stiff as a board. And if you guys remember, they did the exact same thing for the 4th of July bundle with the American flag. I don't know if they know what flags are, but they're actually not carved out of wood. These are actually cloth in real life. So they have like a bit of a movement to them. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yeah. That's what he said. I don't know why you sound like he was getting tickled. The Scorchbeast Queen Power Armor Helmet. Now this thing doesn't, it's just a helmet paint, so there's no paint that really goes with it. You can match some stuff up with it. The Rusty skin from last season actually goes pretty well with it. But other stuff, kind of poop. I ended up doing some pieces of the Raid Runner and some pieces of the Blackbird Elite. So you can put whatever you want on it. It still looks like weird. I don't know. Now, when you turn your Pip-Boy light on when you're inside it, the eyes are your lights. They turn on. How cute is that? How cute is that? Now, let's look at the Rustic Helvetian set, which obviously, as you all know, looks like that. So I don't really need to show you this in game. You guys can tell what it is from the picture, you know? Don't be an idiot. Like, if you want to make an informed decision, just look at the pictures they took, because you can clearly see everything that this bundle includes and what it doesn't include by just taking a peek at this. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I had absolutely no idea if the porch kit was included with this or not, because, I mean, it seems obvious that it would be, because where else are you going to buy the Rustic Helvetian camp porch set? You know what I mean? Like, they don't usually sell porch sets on their own. So if they go with a camp set, they're usually in a bundle together. So I got it on PC. I went into the game and I took a peek, and no, this porch set is not included with this camp set. That's why 2 out of the 3 pictures of it have the porches in it. You know, because they want to make sure they're only scamming you out of a little bit of money every day. So this is one way they can do it, and it's by pure laziness and foolishness. I mean, some people, it's actually hard to tell if it's incompetence or malice, and it's sad that it doesn't make a difference how I feel about it. Like, I can't tell which I prefer at this point. Like, do I want to feel like they're intentionally trying to rob me, but they have at least like an IQ above 30? Or do I want to hope to God that they walk into to work, and then they're like, oh, that says pull, not push, you know? And then they, oh, it's locked. Oh, this isn't my, and then they're like pulling on the window, trying to get into work. And when they finally get inside of work, you know, hey, Clarence, did you get the pictures for the thing for the item shop? It's due today. Oh no, why don't you put the item shop offline for 5 minutes and I'll whip up something real quick. Here, I think I have it I saved it in this file. And then they take the first picture they see, and remember, guys, we're talking Coke bottle lenses here. Okay, and they throw it together, and wowza. Anyway, let's look at what it really looks like in the game. This is what it looks like in the game. There's 6 kinds of normal wall, and on the inside, the reason why there's 2 without windows is on the inside they have a different pattern. So it's really weird, because you can tell that the people that are designing these bundles have sometimes an attention to detail, but the people that are selling them, they don't know what that word means, okay? So they're really doing them a disservice there. So as you can see, this is what that looks like, and when even though they have like this border on the bottom, when you put wallpaper on them, it covers up the whole thing. I think that I prefer that, actually. As you can see, the roof on the flat one does clip through the wall. So that's something to keep in mind. That's just a feature of it. How nice. These roofs are very red. They're very red. They're red on the inside as well. I don't really use them, but they do have their uses, I'm sure. But yeah, that's what this looks like. It's just a recolor of the normal Helvetian camp kit, which is blue. So it's more of a muted version of that. And remember, it doesn't come with the porches. So if you were going to buy it for the porches, don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Now, another thing that's being sold is the Fuck Knuckle bundle. Now, this has a bunch of horrific looking Temu versions of the rare masks you can get at Fupnup. Now, when you're going to Fasnacht, you're trying to get these rare masks because people understand, wow, those have value, and you're cool. Wow, you look so cool spinning next to that tree with that rare mask on, okay? So how can you do that if they look at you and they say, oh, wow, you bought that? You just bought that? You went ahead and bought it? You didn't, like, grind for it with a rubber band. So you're useless. You're a failure, okay? So only a loser would wear these masks. It does have the frog mask, which isn't a Temu version of the rare mask. So, I mean, that one's kind of cool. It's a unique one. This is like, you know, take one of the more ugly of the masks and make it worse, I think is what they were going for. And what the fuck is that? This does have the Fasnacht Collectron, and what he does is he sings drunkenly, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Now, some people say they like it, but I actually got footage of it, and it destroyed my PC. I had to buy a new one. So I'm not going to be playing that for you at this time. I hate it. What he does is he's dumb as hell. I hate him. I hate that guy. And as you can see, I'm not going to tell you what this is. You guys all know, obviously, from the picture, what this is in this picture, okay? So, like, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by pointing out the obvious. Obviously, this is... You guys know something? I don't think this chair is in the game. That's way too... I mean, it could be like one of those Thanksgiving chairs, maybe, and then it's like glaringly white, so it's washed out looking. But it looks very weird to me. I've never seen that. Oh, but to answer your question, guys, this is the faces of... What? This is the faces of floor and foundations. As you can see, if you look closely, see how there's no faces on it? See how it's black and it has these... we obviously needed to build all this stuff to show you what that looks like. And of course, this is the faces of Fuckle Knuckle wallpaper. Wow, that looks good. I don't think that's a face, Jimmy. You know, I don't think that's a face. Remember when you asked where babies... We do have the Fruit Nope Aminal bundle. And this one, as you can see, completely different from the other one, because we've got this mask, and this mask, and this mask, so that's something new. Now, what we have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masks. This one includes the asphyxiated Brahmin mask, and what can only be described as a almost imperceptibly different owl mask. Wow, you recolored one of the most common masks in the game. Why are we doing this? Why are you selling these things? I hate those stuff. Now, before I move to the next bit, I wanted to mention something that I missed last week when I was covering the Ghoulish bundle, and that is that the Ghoulish Pip-Boy paint from this bundle actually glows in the dark. All the light green stuff glows in the dark. I completely missed that. Usually what I'll do is I'll test out like lights and stuff like that I know is going to be lit up when it's dark. And then before it gets dark, I try to, you know, get good lighting of everything else. So I had no clue this glue, because you know how, wait, do you say glue? Glowed? Why is it glowed? It's blue, not blowed. What are we doing with our language? I feel like Bethesda made the English language. What the hell is wrong with them? Anyway, so I didn't notice that because it's very light. You don't see it in the daytime, but at night, it actually looks really cool in my opinion. I like it. It's going to be in the shop for 2 more weeks. So if you guys missed it and you want to grab it, and make sure you give Bethesda your money, because I'm always trying to do that as much as possible. Now, in the greatest hits, what we have here is false advertising. So I want to point this out to you guys. This is called the Red Rocket Warrior. It's not called the Red Rocket Warrior bundle. It's just called the Red Rocket Warrior. All right, it says it's new, and it has a picture of this. So what is a person who has played this game or not played this game very often going to think when they see this? Wow, it's a cool new power armor skin. And I've seen this data mined before. Let's grab it. It's not in the bundle. It's not in this bundle, guys. It's not in the fucking bundle. Okay? This is editing, Mr. Church. Look, they saw how foolish they were, and they smelled the lawsuit coming, and they changed the picture. Wow. So good of them, right? I know that there's going to be some of you who are going to say that they saw a problem, and they fixed it, and that's a good thing, blah, blah, blah. They changed this so that they wouldn't get sued. You think that they care about clarity or whether or not we buy something intentionally or not, as long as they're making money? They changed this because they had to. The fact that it went out in the first place is what's shocking to me. It's appalling. I don't know how that can even possibly happen. The amount of steps needed to get to that point where that's going into the shop like that and no one notices that this power armor was completely different than the one in the bundle. In fact, isn't even in the game yet. I mean, that's embarrassing and shameful. You log in now, it's going to be this, but that's not what it was. And I just want you guys to remember that happened. You know, they can try to, fix stuff or, change things, but we all saw it, we all saw it. So yeah, that's just what we're working with here. So yeah, let's move forward into that good night. What we have here is Red Rocket Power Armor Station. That's this, obviously. Red Rocket Stash Box. I guess you put it into his mouth. The Station Pump Skin. Whoops! That's a pump action shotgun paint, I guess. The Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Paint. Red Rocket Paint. The Dragon. Red Rocket Paint. Red Rocket Jumpsuit. This Red Rocket Mask. I don't know if this comes in this bundle or not. Because I think when I got this mask and jumpsuit on PlayStation, they came together. But it doesn't have the mask listed anywhere here. And this picture is the shotgun paint. That's what this picture is showing. Like if you do deductive reasoning, okay? Because this is the Red Rocket the Dragon paint. This is the Red Rocket paint. They never say that it's for the Pip-Boy. That's how you know it's for the Pip-Boy. This is the picture for the Red Rocket jumpsuit. So you would think, if it came with both, that she would have the mask on. This is the Red Rocket Stash Box. I know it looks like one of those ones that you ride on, but it actually isn't. This is a stash box. You can't sit on it. And then this is the Red Rocket Power Armor Station. Pretty bulky. And so that leaves us with this, which is the Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Paint. So here's the thing, guys. If every single week you have your pictures out of order, if every single week you show stuff that's not in the bundle, and then also don't show stuff that is in the bundle, which, by the way, they did in another bundle that we're going to look at, and then you have a picture for something on your, they put this together to sell this bundle. They went through the effort to put this picture together to sell this bundle, and you put the wrong power armor on it. Because you know how these look like almost exactly alike. you can barely tell the difference, you know? You know how because they're both red? So this is actually astonishing to me, and like, you know, I've sounded angry before when I've been doing these review videos by their egregious, foolish behavior, okay? And the reason why I don't sound that angry is I'm still kind of processing this one, guys. I'm still like, kind of, like, what? I'm still working through this one, I'll be honest with you, okay? This is not a recycled image. They made this image for the Atom Shop to put on the front page to sell this new bundle that they compiled, and they put the wrong power armor, that, by the way, isn't even in the game yet. Now, this power armor skin has been data mined. I saw Nuka Knights has some images of it on his website. I'm going to link that in the description if you want to check out. Nuka Knights does a lot of data mining, and he also has his own YouTube channel if you want to check him out. So it actually is helpful to look at these data mines, because then you kind of have an idea of what these things are actually called. This thing is called the Red Rocket Robot Power Armor Skin. And this is called the Red Rocket Ranger Power Armor Skin. So Ranger and Robot, now those are two different words, okay? So you know how you have your park robots? All right, so this Red Rocket Ranger paint, by the way, this is many years old. This, I think, has been around since Wastelanders. And as far as I can tell, there's actually nothing new in this bundle. This stuff all existed before. So when they have this little new tab on the edge of it, and then they have a picture that's a skin that doesn't exist yet, and then, you know, people buy it thinking that it has the Red Rocket Warrior in it. What's the red... Wait. What's a Red Rocket Warrior? Because that's not what the power armor is called either. Okay, so what people are going to assume is that this is called the Red Rocket Warrior Power Armor Skin. They're going to look through this, and if they don't see it, they might assume, well, they either put the wrong picture here, or they didn't have the picture of it, because they've done that as well. They just don't have the pictures of stuff that they're selling for money. And so I feel that it's very likely that at least someone is going to buy this bundle thinking that they're buying this power armor skin. And then when they find out they didn't get it, it's a hassle to, you know, try to get a refund. And then a lot of times, if you get too many refunds, they just don't let you anymore. They just say, hey, you've reached the maximum amount of refunds on your account. What do you mean? You've reached the max amount of scams on your account. How about this? All right. What if you let us refund the stuff that you lied and sold in a deceptive and predatory way, and then we won't file a class action lawsuit? What about that? This is absolutely horrific. I'm like on the edge of being speechless. So I don't have any like zingers, okay? Let's look at it, think about what they've done, and that I don't even know how to, like, what do you say? Let's look at the Thunder and Lightning bundle now. Why not? Why not look at the Thunder and Lightning bundle? This bundle includes the Modern Home Fusion Core Recharger, the Weather Control Station Thunderstorm, whoops, they got one right, the Appalachian Thunderpipe Gatling Gun, the Charleston Spark Power Armor Paint, the Fanatic Scrapper Helmet, the Fanatic Scrapper Outfit, the Lightning Face Paint. Obviously, there's no picture of the only new item here, which is the Lightning Face Paint. Actually, the Lightning Face Paint might have been here before, and I just didn't notice it because there was no picture of it. So I went into the game and looked to see if you could at least see it in the character creation. And you can see what it looks like, which is nice at least. And this is what it looks like. I don't think it's worth getting the fucking bundle for, but if you want it, It does have different colors. This is what it looks like, and this is where you would apply it. Now, the Otherworldly bundle, there's a couple things I wanted to point out. We have the alien catwalk, the alien dining table, the unidentified fragrant odor incense burner, the Flatwoods monster paint, the alien power generator, the alien flag emote, alien sliding door, alien crate, alien wallpaper. All right, so obviously they're missing a bunch of stuff here. What they don't have pictures of, for some reason, is the alien dining table. That's this thing. And then they also don't have pictures of the alien flag emote, which is just a guy, and he puts down a flag, and wow, pretty cool. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this, guys. I will point out a couple things with this bundle. One, this generator does not provide power to things nearby. But the reason why I'm saying that is it looks kind of similar to this one, which does. So, if you're not remembering which of the alien-looking generators does it, this isn't the one that does it. And what I mean is, you don't need to hook this one up to any conduits. It provides radiant power, just like the utility box generators do. But the one that's in this bundle is not that one, and it does not do that. This is a picture of the wallpaper. You can really see what it looks like there. And obviously, I'm going to be having like this wooden trim around that metal. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that looks really at home there next to that chair. Wow. You know, you guys should get into interior decoration. You know, I think your talents are being wasted here in the Atom Shop. This door is bugged out, and you'll walk up to it, and it'll say open, and when you click on it, you'll see it flicker and then shut. And then you have to open it again. But you can't just click again. You have to look away and then look back, because otherwise the open button is grayed out, obviously. And this has always been bugged out like that, and it always will be. This is the incense burner. This is actually used in a lot of builds. People like to use it to have a little trail of smoke. I've seen people merge it down so that they can have cigarette smoke coming up. I've seen people merge it into their heads so they could have smoking hair. I never saw that, actually. And last but not least, this bundle does have the alien catwalks. Now, if you don't have any catwalks, these function the exact same as the normal catwalks do. And if you guys don't know, catwalks are an amazing tool for building if you want to get into more advanced building. These are necessary for doing that. Now, there's a lot of stuff you can do without them, but it'll open the door to a lot of things if you have catwalks. So if you're into building, you want to get into building more, and you don't have the normal catwalks, if there's anything else in this bundle that you also want, this could be a good value to you. At some point, I do recommend getting some kind of catwalk. It doesn't matter which one, and in my opinion, these catwalks look a lot better than the other catwalks. So if you ever want to use them as in your actual builds and not just for building, these are better than the normal ones for that as well. In the atomic sale area, I wanted to point out a couple things. This is just a nice like diner floor, and this does come with the red and the black, and I like it because it's kind of scuffed up, so you can make it, you know, it kind of blends into like immersive builds and stuff like that. Even in a more modern build, a floor of this nature is going to be scuffed up. Like even like it doesn't have to be apocalyptic for a floor like this to be scuffed up. So I think it's a really good design, pretty nice. In the home cooking bundle, this has a lot of stuff that you might want. I really like this table and this chair. I don't really know what the Vault-Tec modern linoleum floor has to do with home cooking, okay? But let me look real closely for a second. These chairs do not come in this bundle, okay? So if you're looking at this bundle thinking this comes with these chairs and you don't know what any of this stuff means, That's very fair. These don't come in the bundle, though. This is to show the, I believe, to show the modern linoleum floor and foundations. This picture is... the White Spring counter set, obviously. Obviously, what else would it be? That's this. It's a pretty cool item. But yeah, this is... wow, what a picture. This is a nice generator if you don't have other options, because it doesn't create smoke, it doesn't make noise, and it's pretty small so you can hide it easily. Now, it is a small generator, so it provides 3 power. And it's not as good as the utility ones. If you can get the box utility ones, those are better because you don't need to wire up lights. You just have to put it near the light and it'll shine. One of the things they don't show in this bundle, because they're this Let's Cook emote. Now, if you're wondering what the history of this one is, if you've seen people using it around the wasteland in a friendly gesture at White Springs, once upon a time, there was a YouTuber called The Sandman. He has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to link it in the description. Sometimes he would encounter people in the wasteland that their builds were not set up for combat. They were set up for farming. They would have random like crafting perks on or picklock perks on. We've all seen those builds around. And Sandman called it food build. A food build, because they were just like farming with it. Now, this is the emote he decided to start using to insult people and called them food builds while they were fighting, just to show like friendly sportsmanship and goodwill. Back then, people really didn't use food buffs a lot to enhance their combat. Some people did, but it wasn't really that well known. Food buffs are incredibly overpowered in this game, not as much since they destroyed the magazines that made our food so mighty. Nowadays, if you encounter someone that's running food buffs, their build is probably much more optimized than you'd imagine. So calling someone a food build now makes absolutely no sense, because a food build is a compliment if you're running food buffs. But it's one of those things that the name stuck. And so now what it means instead when you see someone using this emote is it's actually a call to the world. It's how you signal to your fellow man that you're a virgin. So if you're at the White Springs and you're looking for some fresh meat, or you're not sure if someone has a neck beard or not, you can't really tell. Does this person shower? Do they not shower? Have they ever been loved by their parents? Now, if you see that emo in the sky, they're jumping around with their stacked power armor with 4,000 damage and energy resistance, shooting you with their bazookas, well, you can be pretty well sure of the answer to that. Now, obviously, I've always looked on these people with envy in my heart, wishing that I could be them. Man, I wish I could do that. You know? It's a really hard... I hang my head in shame when I realize that I haven't been stacking my power armor and shooting at people with a completely exploited and broken build that makes absolutely no sense and doesn't require any skill to use. And then I've insulted them because they haven't spent their time doing that. What an idiot. How dumb is that? Wow, you guys must be cooking food. In the special area, there is a free states do not enter sign. It's ugly as hell, but it's free, so might as well get it. And we also have the escaped patient outfit, which these are the daily deals. Now, every day there's going to be a different item here that's going to cycle through, and it's going to be pretty discounted. Bethesda releases a list of these items, and there are a few different people that put together graphics. Sugar Bomb Rads is one of them, and I've used these graphics in the past. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post that up if I have access to it by the time I'm posting this video, and like I did last week. And if I don't have it, I'm just going to show the list of the items that Bethesda puts on their website. And then you guys can look at those items and you'll say, wow, I have no idea what that is. And it'll be just like shopping in the item shop normally. So obviously, guys, it is Fasnacht, which means there's a lot of rare rewards. And when I say rare, I mean you have like a 0.2% chance of getting them. The Duchess Flame has a website where she has a ton of really helpful Fallout 76 guides. There's data mining, there's events and updates information, there's farming guides, there's camp guides, and how-to guides, just like your all-around information for this game. Lots of really good resources. And she's put together a checklist which actually will save your progress. So when you get stuff, you can actually just check it off. And it includes the new items, so you can tell which things are new this year and which things are not. And so as you AFK with your rubber bands, you can be checking these things off the list, and it'll fill you with joy. Now, I'm going to link her website in the description if you want to check out that. It's a really nice tool to have while you're doing Fasnacht. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my patrons and channel members for your support. I wouldn't be able to make these videos if it wasn't for your support, and I really do appreciate it. If you're interested in joining me in that way, the link for that will be in the description. I also stream on Twitch. The link for that is also in the description. And there's a Discord, which you should join, and the link for that is in the description. That's all I have for today. The link for that's not in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.